Hey, very warm welcome to London, everybody. It is so good to have you with us. I am Kate Scott, as always, joined by the legend with 4 former teams playing tonight. Thierry Henry, Kasper Schmeichel's favourite pundit, Jamie Carragher, and Sofitel ambassador.
I got my man representing.
You have to bring it back, be careful.
Or as we call him here in London, Tim Dempsey. Apparently.
Timmy!
Tim
Dempsey!
No, today my name is Clint.
Oh, Clint?
Yeah, they almost got it right. C-L-I-N.
Close. One letter off.
Getting closer. If I'm here another time, maybe they'll get it right. We'll see.
Let's talk about US players in the Champions League, because I think good news tonight, obviously for the US fans back at home, seeing that, well, Mackenzie and Ware, they are on the bench for Juventus, but we are seeing a couple of US players start. Musa starting for AC Milan, Gio Reyna starting for Dortmund against Barcelona. First time that he's started since April. It's been a minute for him. How do you like that one, Landon Donovan?
Oh.
What do you reckon?
Oh.
Good news for Gio Reyna?
Why are we going there?
Well, I think he said something about if he stayed in the MLS, he'd get more playing time or something like that.
And that would have been better for him, he thought?
No, but for me, I disagree with what Landon's saying, because it's not about his ability. It's about whether or not he can stay fit. And if he can stay fit, he has the ability to be playing at a Champions League club like he's doing now. And that's the reason why he started tonight in a huge game versus Barcelona.
Well, I mean,
why hasn't he started in so long, then?
Because it's his fitness. He can't show that he can stay fit consistently. And that's kind of been his issue that he's had.
And you feel like wherever he was, he would have that same problem. MLS here in Europe makes no difference.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying if he stayed fit, his ability, he's a Champions League caliber player. He should be at a big club, and he can do the business. So that's what I'm saying, is it's been more of a fitness issue than his ability. And I'm saying I feel like if he would have stayed more fit, he'd have played more.
Do you think Landon Donovan's saying that because he never cut it abroad?
Here goes Jamie.
I mean, I think he did it in spells in terms of his loan spells, but he's never.
No, it was only 6 months.
But he never did it for a full season, so you know what I mean.
So you did, right? You did, huh?
I mean, some people did, you know what I mean. But and there was others before me. But
do you think he's championing the MLS because that's where he made his name?
I think he is. I think he puts on his MLS hat a little bit, in my opinion.
Well, what do you think, Jamie?
Let him be. Let the guy. Stop cooking him.
What? No, I mean,
okay.
Jamie loves the headline.
He said, do you think?
No, but it sounds a ridiculous statement if you're saying someone should be playing in the MLS rather than playing in the Bundesliga or the Champions League. That just sounds absolutely ridiculous. So there must be something behind it. There must be some sort of idea behind it. Is he after
Well, is he
the job?
making a statement on his level? Is that what Landon's saying?
You're going to have to ask Landon. I mean, I'm not him. I'm just saying I disagree with what he's saying, that he should have gone back to MLS. I think it was more of a situation where if he stayed fit, he'd be playing week in and week out. And that's what's been the issue. Every year, every time I come on the show, we talk about Gio. We ask, what does he need to do? He needs to play week in, week out, and stay fit. And he hasn't been able to do that. And we're talking about the same thing, now in the third year.
Christian Pulisic was actually speaking on life in the United States men's national team recently, talking about playing under Mauricio Pochettino. He said this: he has a very demanding style. He wants us to be very dynamic and work extremely hard. Christian also said it is crazy to say, but it feels like he's been the coach for a while, and it's been a good start so far. I guess we wanted to just get your thoughts. So he's had 2 camps now, Mauricio Pochettino, hasn't he? What's your assessment of how things have gone so far?
First, I think he is the right man for the job. He seems to get the best out of his players, what you saw at Southampton and Tottenham. He took over in a difficult situation in terms of the U.S. not getting out of the group in Copa America. I think that's the first time the host country's never done that, and that's the reason why Berhalter got fired. The reason why I say he's in a difficult situation is because strength of schedule. And because of Nations League, you seem to play the same teams over and over again. You have Gold Cup coming up. They are making a few changes. I think there's going to be 8 teams invited, 2 from Asia, 2 from Europe, 2 from South America, and 2 from Africa. I'm just curious to what those teams are going to be, because that tournament's around the same time as the FIFA Club World Cup. So I'm curious to see what teams will be there. But besides that, there really is not any big games outside the semifinal and final, which the U.S. will play Panama in the semifinal game, and the winner, if they beat Panama, between Canada and Mexico. And then all you have is really Gold Cup and friendly. So to get this team prepared to do something special in a World Cup on home soil, It's a little bit of a tough task.
How big would that change in the format to the Gold Cup be, though? Because I know that you've been somebody who has pretty loudly said that you can't just prepare for a World Cup by playing against Concacaf opposition. You need to expand outside of that group.
I think it's huge that they're inviting 8 new teams, because back in the day, there used to be a tournament called Confederations Cup where you got a chance to experience what it's like to play in the host country the year before. And maybe there's some teams, and that they can get big enough teams that might be interested in coming over here that moves the needle and will challenge the U.S., Mexico, and Canada and make it a more exciting tournament for people to watch.
So do you really think that will be the main thing? I can understand, obviously, not playing against, in bracket, right, good oppositions can be a problem. I remember South Korea doing it, not playing so much against big opposition. I think, if I remember well, they had Tunisia in the friendly, they had Costa Rica, which you're going to have also, Uruguay, which is a good one. I think it was Scotland or whatever. They played us and England before. I think for me, one of the main things is to put your idea and your philosophy in there and then believing and connecting with the fans. And I think, again, like I said the other day, Pochettino is a great appointment. Hopefully it's going to work. But the pressure of not coming out of the group stage, if that happens, that will be massive. But I do believe that he can do a good job. But it's about creating chemistry and understanding of what the team is also very important, and those games, by the way, we're talking about the games of, it's not easy to play Costa Rica. You know that. Yeah. It's not easy to play Panama. People think that playing the Concacaf games are that easy. They're not that easy. Now, obviously, the Gold Cup, I'm with you. Playing in the Gold Cup, but Martinique, Guadeloupe are in there.
But what I will say is he does have time to implement his style and get this team organized to playing how he wants them to play. And if you look at what he's done in the past, he seems like he is a manager that can get the most out of his team.
Do you already see his imprint on this group?
It's a little early, but yeah, you look at the last 2 games, they got the job done. Away from home against early. Jamaica, it's early. It's early. And I want to see, in bigger games, like what's going to happen. You got the semifinal against Panama, a little redemption from what happened in Copa America, where they got beat by them because we went a man down. But then if they're able to get past them and see who they play in the final between Canada and Mexico, to me, that'll be his first true test.
I do think that one thing is important that people do not understand is the chemistry and who you're going to put in that team and how they're going to be able to live with each other throughout the competition. It's not always putting names in the team. It's about the chemistry that you're going to have in the team. And I repeat myself, the connection that you're going to have with the fans. I just look at Jamie, and the stadium at times won them games for Liverpool. When you have the crowd also with you, believing in what the coach is doing and the players, it can bring you places. I remember South Korea once again in 2002. Yes, people will tell me against Italy, against Spain, but the togetherness that they had was almost unstoppable. They lost in the semi-final, so why not?
Nations League semi-final and final, you mentioned those dates in March. They are, of course, on CBS is there. We will be there, you and me. CBS would like to cordially invite you two, Thierry and Jamie.
Where is it?
Los Angeles, Sophie Teller waits. Are you into it?
We're going to put him in the Best Western.
Where's the game?
It's in LA. I just said Los Angeles, Sophie Teller. I just said there.
No, but that's the hotel.
Be March the...
LA, Inglewood.
What is it, Kate? What is the date? March 20th and 23rd?
Oh, here we go, Thierry. Come on, give me a break with
Going
that.
there on the 18th?
Yes, it's in LA.
Saint-Denis is...
Oh, he's in.
C'est pas Paris.
Oh, he's on holiday.
What's up?
Big time.